Okay, I'm going to start this one over again because I was having a little coughing fit there. So the Dainty Flowers paper is what I'm talking about. And an easy way to cut this and make 6 cards out of one sheet. And just really simple by adding that extra strip across the bottom with a sentiment. And then next one I add the little bunny from the Easter Bunny. Sweet. And stamped directly on the paper. And then the next sheet I wanted to talk about was this one here with the pretty floral ovals and strip. And so you can cut apart the ovals and then use the strips. Let's see, here's an oval cut and mounted. And then, let's see, I did also one with the strip someplace here. Well, maybe I sent it already, but anyways, you can mount that on a piece of cardstock and put it on the edge of your card with a sentiment. So really easy to use this bunch of paper as well. But I wanted to show you today especially what I did on this card here, and that is to just fussy cut around the oval. So let me grab my paper snips here. Excuse me. And the Stampin' Up! Paper snips are really essential for this card because they do the fussy cutting so nicely. So let me find the piece I had cut and ready to go. Oh, there it is. Okay, so when you're cutting, you want to leave a little white space. And what you're doing is you're actually turning your paper, not the scissors. So you can see I'm not being very fussy with my cutting, even though it's called fussy cutting. I'm just doing it really fast because I am not a perfectionist, and so I just want to get this done quickly and easily. And so just a few little turns around those flower branches and stems and leaves, and it just gives it a nice little finished look, I think, to do the cutting around it rather than just cut it into a rectangle. Okay, there, and it's done. I think that was just as quick as cutting it and then mounting it on cardstock. So there's how to do the fussy cutting for the oval. Again, I used Thanks a Bunch from the Thanks a Bunch Sale-a-bration freebie. And I wanted to show you also another stamp set that goes really nicely in those ovals, and that is the Something Fancy stamp set. So you might want to add that to your wish list too. And of course, any of these bundles will add up so you can get that paper for free during Sale-a-bration. So that's always a good thing. And this Something Fancy also has some really nice dies that come with it as well. And let me show you a couple of other cards that I made this week with those dies. And again, I used the background of the Dainty Flowers paper. And it has some really pretty backgrounds. Let me just show you a couple of them here. One is that kind of a watercolor wash. There's several different ones of that. I really liked this background. And then there's a Fresh Freesia dots, and then Blushing Bride flowers. So those all make nice backgrounds. Or you can turn them around, of course, and use the florals as the backgrounds. So some nice ideas there. And also use the stamp set because the paper has a coordinating bundle in the new mini catalog called Dainty Delight. And it's a bundle, so it has some beautiful dies. So there are the dies, and I did first some simple stamping with note cards and envelopes. And then I did a similar thing with the dies, just doing those cute little dies. And again, last week I showed you how to use the adhesive sheets for your small die cuts, and definitely you'll want to use those for these because these are really small, fine die cuts. But don't those look really cute? And there is one with the larger dies and then some of the smaller florals, kind of recreating that oval look from the paper itself. And here's another one of the die cut flowers. So I think I've showed you all the cards. I was going crazy with this Dainty Flowers paper, which is free during Sale-a-bration. And I posted all of my projects on my blog today, so craftdoc.com, and all the links to the products are there as well, because Sale-a-bration is the time to grab those. And most of the dies, I used my new little mini machine on those too. So there's information on getting your boho blue mini machine and all that good stuff on my blog post today. So hope you enjoyed that video, and my voice is a little bit back to normal now. And try fussy cutting out those pieces of designer series paper. I think you'll enjoy how that looks. It's a lot easier than you think. Happy crafting!